So in this video I'm going to be running through my process of painting some 3D printed Lego parts. You can also follow these steps to paint official Lego parts, but you may need to lightly sand them first to ensure the paint sticks. Anyways, I'll point out the 3D parts that I've painted in this photo. On the left is an orc wearing my custom shoulder armor, center is the Witch King's crown, and on the right is the Easterling helmet and shield. Here is the raw resin print of the Witch King's crown. And here's a finished Mori orc helmet I did. You'll notice that I do not paint the inside of these pieces. If I did, they would no longer fit together with the Lego heads properly. When I paint these parts, I use some old minifigures to stick them on. For the helmets, I cut the top stud off of a Lego head and glue it to the torso. This makes it much easier to remove the custom parts if the paint gets them stuck together. When painting shields or weapons, I put them in a Lego hand and arm. Next, I use alcohol to clean the resin parts of any residue. And note that if you're painting official Lego parts, you may need to do very fine sanding to get the paint to stick prior to cleaning. Then I put it on my part holding minifigure and get ready to prime. For primer, I use a gray acrylic brush-on primer. I don't use spray paint primer because it can be difficult to get into hard to reach places and also can build up too much, resulting in loss of detail. Try and make sure when you primer your pieces that you do thin coats. I only do 2 thin coats on these parts, but if you feel like you need to do less or more, go right ahead. I always make sure to wet my brush as needed too. If it gets too dry, it can lay the paint on too thick. Next up is the paint. This is a metallic acrylic paint by Citadel. I had to mix in some black to get it to match Lego's pearl gray color. Same thing with the colored paint, do thin coats. Some colors only need 2 coats like this one, but others like gold will require more coats to fully cover. Just remember to be patient with your project. You won't finish this in one sitting. I spent multiple days to complete these parts, and if you rush it, it will look rushed. The last and best part is to apply a finish. I use Citadel's gloss finish that has been diluted with a bit of water. You could do a matte finish if you want, or a semi-gloss, whatever you prefer. The finish will protect the part and give your paint job a better chance of not being damaged or flaking off. You could probably get away with 1 coat with this, but I always do 2 anyways. Here's the finished Witch King crown. And again, you'll see I don't bother painting the inside. It fits better this way, and it's just a showpiece. I'm not going to be playing with this stuff anyways. Here's the painted Easterling helmet. The gold paint on this one and the shield took 5 coats, I think. It was painful, but I'm happy with the results. For the shield, you'll notice I don't bother painting where the hand attaches. That way I don't have to worry about chipping the paint, and it really won't be seen anyways. Again, these are just show pieces for my collection. And here's the orc shoulder armor. This one was by far the easiest. I just had to paint one side at a time. Here's a quick turnaround of the finished Witch King crown on a Rig Wraith minifigure. I still have to do the custom graphics and get a few special pieces to finish this off. The Easterling also will be getting custom graphics and a special weapon. The Orc shoulder armor is actually going to be used for a Gothmog minifigure I want to make. I have to finish the custom graphics for it as well. And that's it. I'm sure I forgot to explain something, so please leave a comment with any questions you have. Also, I'm sorry this video took me so long to make, but I've been very busy doing very boring non-LEGO things. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.